I understand that there's a little lag before everybody checks in for the YouTube notifications, but I want to make sure that the mama's voice is heard because she has some choice words to say about what happened to her son. So I think it needs to be, there we go. I think it needs to be shared in its entirety. So let's go ahead and get it rolling since we got all the notifications. Come on.
The most horrific thing, saying that they're glad he's dead, good riddance, and I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a murder charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow accosted a child in that store and beat her up with a gun on her hip. And none of that information could be brought to light. And I do not think that is fair, and if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that was not there, then my son would have gotten justice. And to allow this person to terrorize this neighborhood for 12, 13 years is ridiculous. And it's just showing that it's okay to treat black and brown people wrong, and it's not. My son loved everybody. He would tell me like, oh, Mom, you're being judgmental. You shouldn't do that. That's against God. And the devil shot him dead, and he laid right there. And we got no justice from South Carolina. And I think it is disgusting, and I don't even know why. I have no words. But every day I will not be able to speak to my son, hear his voice change, see him grow, go to prom. He will never get married. I would never hold my grandchildren, nothing. But Chow is able to go home with his lion son, Andy Chow, and they're able to have dinner with the wife, Alice, who all 3 of them came out that store, and they chased my baby. And I think the entire family should be held accountable because it was racially profiled. And I do not think that it is right, and they all should be punished. And I don't know what laws that we need to create to help our people, but it needs to be done, and it needs to be done now. Cyrus should not be gone. None of our children should be gone from the acts of racism, from profiling, from any of that. He should be here. And until the world treats us like we are human beings, I mean, come on. Y'all hire us. Y'all want us around. You like our culture. You want to listen to the music. You want to wear our clothes. You want to do all of that stuff. But when it comes to protecting us, and when it comes to looking at our children, you look at us as if we are animals, and we are not. I am a college-educated woman. I hold a master's degree in information technology management. My son was not a thug. He was a 14-year-old boy who was trying to find his way. And for any person that acts like when they were 14, 15, 16, 17, that they did not do nothing wrong, that they did not smoke and drink and have sex and do whatever that they were not supposed to do by their parents, it is a lie. And it is judgmental, and I refuse to allow any of you to sit up there and make it seem like we were bad parents, because we were not. All of our children make mistakes, but I don't see anybody saying, oh, well, you know what, my kid did X, Y, and Z, my kid did X, Y, and Z. No, they're coming onto my page and try to demonize my child, and I will not have it. And it stops today. Keep your opinions to yourself. And until you are in my shoes and you have to bury a child, I don't want to hear nothing from you. He was racially profiled. They followed him around. He was shopping. He took 4 waters, he put them back. He even showed them by shaking his hoodie that he took nothing. And he walked out of the store. He didn't argue with them. He didn't have any confrontation. He didn't curse them. He just walked out. He was respectful. And yet 2 grown people chased him. He fell and they shot him. He shot him dead, like as if he was a dog. And I do not understand how that jury can come back and say that he was not guilty. He was in a runner's stance. It was shown by the pathologist, and they said he was not guilty. It was devastating for me to get a call from Alvin S. Glenn letting me know that Rick Chow was released. That broke me more than you can ever imagine, because my murderer of my son was set free. And it's not fair, and it's unjust. And nobody can tell me that this is not racially motivated, because I'm not supposed to be on social media anyway. But when I go and I look at my social media, I have racist people coming to my page, going under my son's pictures, leaving the most horrific things, saying that they're glad he's dead, good riddance, and I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a murder charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow accosted a child in that store and beat her up with a gun on her hip. And none of that information could be brought to light. And I do not think that is fair, and if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that was not there, then my son would have gotten justice. And to allow this person to terrorize the most horrific things, saying that they're glad he's dead, good riddance, and I am tired. I don't want this to happen to any other child. No black or brown child should have to go through this. No parent should have to go through this. This has to stop today. And I just learned today that South Carolina, if it's a murder charge, that they cannot bring in any of your prior acts. Rick Chow shot 2 people before. Rick Chow accosted a child in that store and beat her up with a gun on her hip. And none of that information could be brought to light. And I do not think that is fair, and if that is on the law books, that needs to be changed. Because if that was not there, then my son would have gotten justice.
Listen, so obviously that was the mom who had quite a bit to say. And obviously there's going to be a backlash, but you know I'm Jay Lava and I scour the internet so you don't have to. So I find all the interesting opinions. And my man's had a take on this, and I want y'all to just consider this for a second, because my man's speaking facts. Let him cook. Let the man
because
cook.
You're asking all the wrong questions. You guys are missing the forest for the trees because you're asking all the wrong questions. The dystopia isn't in the black community, and I'm tired of blaming us for shit that doesn't have to do with us. The question isn't why are little black kids carrying around these weapons. The question is, why do they fucking need them in 2026? Why do they live in neighborhoods where it is reasonable to think that a convenience store owner, on the concept that you stole something, can chase you down, take your life, and a jury of their peers will let them off? Because in the American system, protecting property is worth more than your little black life. And you've been shown this your entire fucking life. Think about the last 14 fucking years. Think about the last 14 years. If you're a kid growing up, what have you seen on TV? Little black boy after little black boy after little black boy after little black boy blown away for nothing. So why wouldn't you protect yourself? Y'all are asking the wrong fucking question. It's not why do the kids have them. It's why do the kids live in a fucking dystopic ass nightmare where you feel like your life is worth less than fucking property because people tell you that every day. They tell you every day. And y'all are fucking confused. Y'all are confused. Why would the kids do this? How the fuck would you protect yourself if you were living in Mad Max? You guys are missing the forest for the trees because you're asking all the...
I like what he's saying there. Right, because let's keep it 100. If it was If it was a white teen with a gun, nobody would have anything to say. It's okay for white teens to have guns. They get guns for parents, for gifts and everything else. But as soon as it's a black boy with a gun, oh my God. Oh my God. It's the devil reincarnated. It's the black guy with a gun. What you mean? Like, come on, man. So obviously there's backlash, right? There's things that happen because things happen. With every action, there's a reaction. This one is where it's going. It ended up here. Okay. So what you gotta say, my mans?
Boy. I've been on social media and foundational black Americans are fired up, man. I've never been this proud of black people, and I think we're serious this time about not giving our money to people who don't respect us. Now, once we start boycotting, let's pull our resources together and open up beauty supply houses and nail shops in our community and actually patronize them. We got a few black women that have nail shops that are nail techs. Ladies, black women, I need y'all to start doing feet. I always hear y'all talking, I don't do no feet. Get that money. Let's start supporting these black beauty supply houses. Yes, indeed. And ladies, the sister made a very valid point. You don't have to go into these brick and mortar beauty supply houses. Order offline, order on Amazon. I heard this one joker. Don't y'all know everything made in China? Yes, duh. But we want to hurt these local businesses that are actually in our community. Put them out of business. Let's pull our resources together and open up our own stuff. We can do it. Let's stare at these Chinese restaurants. I don't even eat at Chinese restaurants because I don't know what the hell they feed me. But stare at them Chinese restaurants. Stare at these Chinese corner stores. All this stuff is money that we could be putting back in our pockets any damn way, man.
Hold on. Why is he saying stuff like that? Let me bring y'all back a little bit, because y'all must think he just saying that for no reason. No, let me bring you back to another piece that my man's had brought up. This is why he's saying that. Let me let you know.
You don't want to miss this right here.
I love when the black community says, let's boycott Asian businesses. Please do. We'll get rid of the Chinese takeout, the dry cleaners, the laundromats. Let's get rid of the liquor stores as well. Get rid of the Jordans you guys wear, the Nikes you wear, the shower caps, the Hondas, the Hyundais, all your car electricians, the electronics in your house, the Sony, the TV system, your sound system, the microphones that you guys use to rap and speak about awareness for the black culture and the hip hop culture. Where do you think that's made in? That's made all in Asia. And here's another thing for you guys. You guys want us to leave the neighborhood so bad? Oh, Asian people are in our neighborhoods? We're in white neighborhoods. We have our own Chinatown. We have our own Koreatown. You think we really need you guys to benefit off and make money? A lot of us do go to college as well. You're being outworked by immigrants who barely speak English. And you're not embarrassed? Go to the bank, start your own businesses, and deal with your own people. I want to see your own women get on their hands and knees and do pedicures and manicures and deal with nasty ass attitudes, okay? Please, boycott Asian business. I'm all for it.
He was talking cash money shit. I just want to say something to you, Mr. Asian man. What do you think black people was doing before y'all was dropped off in our communities at alarming rates after the 1965 immigration bill? Everything that you named, we've already done, and we were doing for ourselves. Everything that you named,
It is.
none of those are necessities.
Very big.
Those are merely frivolous luxuries. Not only that, they give us an opportunity to get our economic game up, to start building for ourselves again. So yes, please. And as far as you staying out there, white neighborhoods, thank us for the 1968 Fair Housing Bill, because if it wasn't for that 1968 Fair Housing Bill, you wouldn't be out there with white people. So say thank you. Not only that, say thank you for the 1965 immigration bill. Man, that's why I keep telling y'all, you don't have no coalition. And he sounded very bold and tough. But I'm gonna need black people to take this video and take this in and take this very seriously when we're talking about not doing business with them. Because white people are not patronizing y'all businesses like that. They dropped you off in our community so you can drain the resources from our community and allowed you to come out there and pay taxes so you can fund their schools. But you'll see in a minute. See, it sounds good online, but in real life, when you go into your brick and mortars and you don't see black people in your beauty supply houses and your nail salons, we'll see how you feel. And coming into your Chinese restaurants where y'all selling rat meat. But black people, I want y'all to take notes. This is how these people feel about you. They don't respect you. They just want your damn dollar.
Ooh. Now, there's some different perspectives because we can't just hear from the brothers. The sisters got something to say too. Shout out to Tatiana. She always speak her little piece. You know, I might not always agree with people with what they say, but you know, we letting the community talk. Go ahead and say what you got to say, Seth. She got something to say too, man. Go ahead, bust it down. Hold on, let me.
Shaking. I've been trying to be quiet on this Cyrus situation. Like my hands are shaking. I've been trying to be quiet because I can get real disrespectful. I can, and I'm not for the kumbaya. And I've been saying this for years, and nobody ever listens to Tatiana, and it's weird. Every time one of these outsiders take one of our people, I feel away, especially an immigrant. I feel that way, especially when somebody is not truly from this land. I keep hearing people have conversations of, oh, who's a true citizen? If you had to get approval from the government to be over here, you're not a citizen. That's the end of the conversation. I don't want to hear nothing. I find it so disrespectful how black people disrespect our boys and our young black men, and I don't want to hear about it. There's no way possible we are staying connected to people who take our children's lives. There's no way possible we are sitting here interacting with these people as if we're all one in America when don't nobody like us. Don't nobody like us. Don't nobody like black people. And as a black mama, how the fuck am I gonna continue to go to your nail shops, your beauty salons, go to your beauty stores, and you're disrespecting my men and my boys? I don't give a fuck what the fuck we go through, bitch. You not finna do it. You not finna keep taking their life, bitch. Now it's all up for game, bitch. At what point do black people really stand on some shit? Every time something happens, oh my God, we protest. Oh my God, we don't want to shop at Target. Man, fuck that. Bitch, let's cut ties totally. Totally. I'm tired of it. Yes, your life is going to be inconvenienced. Who's more important? Your fucking conveniences or your children? On some real shit. Like, I really want to understand the black community. I'm starting to realize that we have been integrated to a point where you don't even have loyalty to your own people. And it's crazy. Right. When it comes to my people, I'm willing to drop everything. Give a fuck what I got to go through. And then let's not mention, oh my God, black businesses just be stressful. Well, when I went in this black business, they had an attitude. So what? Your boys are dying. You can handle a little attitude over death. I'd rather go to a restaurant, go to an environment where my people might be a little bit irritated. Why are they irritated? Have we asked them that? Are they behind on their bills because they're not getting paid enough because we sending our money to white people? Have you considered that? Maybe if we pay them more and we give them more than what we give to white people, they'll be a little bit happier. Like, we have to come up with something. And it's not just talking. Let's bust a fucking move at this point because he should not be dead. You ran him down. See, y'all, let me get off this.
Listen, sometimes messages come from the most unexpected places. You can't critique how somebody, says what they got to say. You understand what I'm saying? And not all messages come directly from the community, as in Exhibit A. I find that when somebody is telling the truth is the truth. Now, you got to listen. You got to listen to the boy bust it down. Speak to him. Hold on, let me, because
historical addiction to the devaluation of black life.
Hold on, he cooking now.
The root cause of this is not just prejudice. It is a foundational historical addiction to the devaluation of black life. This country was built on a legal framework where black skin legally equated to property, and property has no rights that a white or dominant structure is bound to respect. That blueprint never left you guys. It just evolved. It traded the slave catcher's whip for a badge, a civilian's gun, and a defense attorney's closing argument. It traded the slave catcher's whip for a badge, a civilian's gun, and a defense attorney's closing polarizing argument. The system doesn't see a 14-year-old kid like Cyrus Belton or Tamir Rice as a child. It sees them through a lens of inherent criminality. It weaponizes fear to justify execution. If a bottle of water, a pack of Skittles, a toy gun, or a cell phone can be legally twisted into a death warrant, then the problem is not the item. The problem is the skin of the person holding it. Because even if they did steal it, which they didn't, nobody's life is worth being taken over a bottle of water, much less a 14-year-old boy. And let's talk about the sickness of the trial itself. Every single time, they put the dead child on trial. They dig up their lives, looking for any flaw, any mistake, any regular teenage behavior to justify why they're buried 6 feet deep. They demand the children be perfect little saints just to have a right to breathe. But the penalty for being an imperfect teenager is not execution. White kids get to mess up, shoot up schools, murder, get grace, and grow up. Black kids get autopsies and cover-ups. The system protects these killers because it sympathizes with their delusion. It rewards the vigilant mindset of ordinary people who look at a black boy and decide they are the judge, jury, and executioner. The court looks at a killer's manufactured irrational fear and says that fear is reasonable. They legalize the paranoia. Black people carry the weight of this trauma every single fucking day. It's a heavy, suffocating grief that gets passed down from parent to child. It's the talk they have to give their kids, not about stranger danger, but about systemic danger. It's the constant agonizing awareness that no amount of innocence, no amount of compliance, no amount of manners or kindness, no amount of good behavior, no amount of minding your own goddamn business, no amount of staying on your P's and Q's, no amount of staying out the way, and no amount of childhood can protect you if someone decides your breathing is an offense. Stop asking nicely for your humanity to be recognized by a structure that profits off your subjugation. The solution starts with absolute refusal. Refuse to accept their verdicts as the final word on moral truth. Dismantle the legal protections like qualified immunity, biased self-defense claims, and jury selection processes that allow killers to walk free. Build and control your own institutions, fund your own legal defenses, and create economic and political consequences so severe that the system can no longer afford to let your killers go free. True healing won't come from a courtroom verdict because justice cannot be granted by the very system that engineered the injustice. True healing comes when humans look at each other, validate the collective pain, and decide that people no longer should have to wait for permission to be safe, to be free, and to live. Keep their names alive, fight the structural rot from the bedrock up, and refuse to let the world forget what was stolen from you. And I'm gonna tell y'all something, man. It's a shame that this is all being covered 3 years later, but I'm gonna tell y'all this. Like I said, if the courtrooms and the systems won't do their job, street justice will always do its thing for sure.
All I'm saying is cuz was cooking. I don't know what he put in the ingredients, but cuz was cooking. I see y'all. Yeah, that's bullshit. That's bullshit. Who was that? Shinobi. Shinobi said, that's bullshit. You wouldn't say that. Is it? And this is their response. Okay, I said, and the other advocate theories been developed. Y'all over there on something else. But see, hey, hold up. There's consequences. There's other people that feel other ways. So we're definitely gonna take a dive into what the black man got to say. The black man, listen, now listen to the black man's right here. He got his little take on this here. That's all. Damn, not the good fried rice. Damn, damn. Mm. Hold on, y'all. My bad. I thought I was playing this video and I'm just listening to it. But they say that the internet said that Charleston White has been right the whole time. What did Charleston White actually have to say? I'm curious. Just different perspective. You know what I'm saying?
And they sell stale
Oh,
candy,
my bad.
outdated food to our people, and they will kill our children behind that
Hold on.
stale
My
candy.
bad. Let me
Johnny
finish.
Dang and now another Chinese motherfucker ain't never done nothing for us, homie. They didn't cry when Tamir Rice died. They didn't stand up with Mike Brown. Nigga, even from the time they was building the railroad through the Pacific, and one of them had Burlington Northern on the side. The niggas was building the Burlington Northern, the Asians was building Pacific, trying to race to meet in the middle. Nigga, they didn't fuck with us. Even in our stores, nigga. Our kids can't go in their stores and just shop freely. Leave your backpacks at the door. And come in here. Nigga, they do our kids bad. And they sell stale candy, outdated food to our people, and they will kill our children behind that stale candy. Nigga, expired Snickers. They shot Latasha Harden in the head. Nigga, we still ain't done nothing about that. How the fuck they get a pass, nigga? And somebody do something to them bitches, and within 1 year of a president, these bitches got all kind of laws enacted. 1-800 nigga, baddest niggas been done in this country, homie. And they ain't never spoke one time for us. Johnny Dang and now another.
Well, I mean, listen now. There's a lot of stuff that Charles will say that I don't agree with either. But I'm trying to figure out where the lie was, though. Yeah, it sounded like he was spitting the truth way back in the back. Now I got this other brother because it's other brothers that actually had their little piece to say about this here. Hold on real quick.
Let me show y'all Rick Chow weeks before he unalived Cyrus Belton. You wouldn't believe this.
That ain't Mr. Chow on the floor with another teenager, a female at that. That's who y'all defending. That's your hero. That's Mr. Chow rolling on the ground with a. On the internet.
Where's my piece of my board? Why are you pushing me? Why are you pushing me?
Hold on, with a gun on his hip?
Why are you pushing me? Got my face. I'm trying to be pushed right now.
Not the grown Asian man moving around furniture on a little teenager. That's what's happening. That's what that is. Oh, for real? That's who y'all backing up? All right.
Why are you touching me? I'm not hitting you, sir. Move.
You know how many big, strong, ox-built brothers that have been through that stove that he ain't never popped off nothing with? Little coward dude, man. See, that's what pissed me off. They always going for the soft targets, though. Y'all always got children and little girls and elderly on your mind. Y'all don't never pop it off with somebody that's really ready about that. Never. Y'all, man, he's so cowardly. So cowardly.
Now, same concept. Rick Chow accusing these black youth of stealing out his store. So what he do? Take matters into his own hands and attack them. And you can clearly see he have his gun strapped to his back just in case he's ready to use it. Also, He went to go pick up a weapon so he can cause more harm and damage to this young woman. There's a reason why they hid this video from the jury. This is the guy that y'all set free. This wasn't no innocent person, and this wasn't the only time that he attacked a black person. Just weeks before that, they said he pew-pewed a black man for accusing him of stealing something out the store, and guess what? The black man was arrested for that. This is the type of shit that we have to deal with these foreigners coming into our community, wanting to sell their products. If you so scared of us, if you so worried about black people stealing from you, take your fucking business elsewhere. Why are you in our community?
Good question. Good freaking question. Now, you know, those were some, in my opinion, pretty light approaches. There's some other people that got some real strong stances. We talking about strong. We talking about listen what I'm talking about now. We talking about strong stances now. Very particular. Go ahead and speak on it.
Hey, what's up, y'all? So, in the light of young Cyrus's death, where he was shot in the back, chased down, this has happened far too often. And it happens at the hands of people who have close proximity or hang out with black people. So I'm thinking that, you know, our interactions and access to our space should be held to a higher standard. An example, instead of black people going to do in Rich Chow, Asians do it. Because of Asians kicking with black people, you occupy black space. To uphold the integrity of a friendship, hey, we got them. Because what you did now jeopardizes the Asian community. We are close to black people. We hang out with black people. We use the lingo. We got the isms. And your actions and this white supremacist ideology that a lot of Asians like to lean towards is jeopardizing the rest of the Asians. We can't have that. So you need to go handle that. Because the whole Asian hate, I don't agree with it. I'm not out here fucking with Asians like that. I don't have a problem with Asians. But I'm just one black man. And you can rest assured there's going to be an overwhelming amount of black people, because now a lot of Asians are weaponizing young Cyrus's death like, oh, well, you know, we feel you should be. You should be. It's a real.
You know what, Nightfall? I said the same thing too, but it was just he just so outlandish with it that I just see, you can't get nothing over on the B1 side of the game. I was actually you beat me to the punch. Like, your man is tripping. Like, I didn't watch some of his content, and he always saying some off the wall ass shit. But I just wanted to hear where he was going for it, because I ain't hear the whole thing, but I knew it was gonna be interesting. That's why I let this one roll out. Holy yeah. I don't know what the hell he talking about either. I swear I don't. I was I was just finna mention that. Y'all beat me to the punch. I was trying to do the setup where I'm like, what? Because I was about to be like, what the hell is he talking about? But let him finish though. Y'all was ahead of me though. Y'all just right. I'm thinking the same thing.
Legit feeling. You should feel scared. But the only way to correct that fear is if someone within the Asian community handle Mr. Chow. And after you handle black people, we got it. Don't even trip. Hey, we good?
What kind of menace to society, boys in the hood, juice, goddamn, New Jersey Drive, Colors, New Jack? What is he talking about? What universe with where is this Black Asian mafia conglomerate camaraderie, unspoken rule, mafioso gotta. What are you talking about, bro? What is he saying? This, man, fam. I had to play this one because it was, oh my god. I'm like, everybody else talking some real shit. Everybody else is really, really talking. And he come on the left wall like we supposed to be sitting down like the Sopranos or something. All of a sudden, what are you talking about, sir? Hold on, let me. Oh my god, let me. He's really serious too. Like he's really busting it down for you how it really should go. Oh, some crazy as hell shit. Hold on.
Cool. Because, okay, bet. Because now it elevates the relationship. It preserves the integrity of spaces. Yo, man, you handle it or we gonna handle you?
What?
I know it's hard. I know it's scary.
How you handling anything with your kids running around in the background of the video, fam? Shut up. Just stop. All right, I can't even do that no more. There was an interesting take from my brother. I think my brother sounded like he's from Chicago or something like that. Shout out to Quintarius Justice. You know what I'm talking about?
Say, there is no way child should have been found not guilty. Him, his son, and his wife should have all been charged. Wife could have been charged with a lesser crime, but the son and the dad definitely should have been charged with murder. Like, it don't make no sense how a 14-year-old little boy could be running away, running out of his shoes, drop 2 cell phones, the boy so scared, get shot in his back, and y'all not be charged with murder. Make it make sense. This boy was so scared, this boy was dropping his belongings and still running. And y'all still chase this boy down a football field length and shot this young male in his back. And I can't imagine how it would feel if I was that little boy's parents, because I know they sitting there wondering what their children or their child's last moments of life was like. Like, that's gotta be so jacked up, bro. And it's like, bro, y'all was so caught up about a bottle of water that y'all chased this young man with a gun. And then y'all acting like y'all in court, y'all acting like y'all ain't had no intentions of hurting this boy. But you chasing him with it. So what y'all gonna do regardless? If the boy didn't have a gun, I don't care that he had a gun. It's America. Almost everybody got a gun these days. You get what I'm saying? Obviously the boy didn't want to use it. If the boy was gonna use it to want to hurt somebody, why would he wait till he get a whole football field away? Because that's what they used for his defense. They said, well, if his intention was to kill him and he had the gun, why he just shoot him in the store? Well, if that's the case, if the young boy had the gun on him the whole time, why did he use it at the store? Why did he point it at nobody at the store? Like, none of that makes sense. And then I feel like they pushing us for a race war. They pushing us to go do something. I want to say what the rest of the internet is saying. We're going to have to go do something about it. But it's almost as if they want us to do that. With everything going on with Chud and everything else in America, it seems like they're pushing us harder and harder towards a race war. They want chaos in America so that they can do whatever it is that they having or planning to do. And it's like I'm confused and got mixed feelings about it. Do I feel like the Childs need to get what they got coming to them? Of course I do. Do I feel like the establishment need to be no more? Of course I do. But is it the smartest move? I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure right now. But one thing I do know is African Americans is not going to keep going. We're not going to keep going. And that's all I'm going to say about that. And rent's still going to be due. Okay, I don't care what y'all say. There is no way child should have been found.
Hold up. The community, hold on. Now we got to ask ourselves, why is that for our kids? And I think that this brother right here sums that up really good about why that is about our kids, all the way from Latasha Hardin to now. Go ahead.
Get to be innocent. America has shown us time and time again that they will put a child's blackness before anything when deciding whether or not that child gets to live or die. You've seen that in the stories of Emmett Till, George Stinney, Tamir Rice, Michael Brown. On March 16, 1991, in Los Angeles, California, 15-year-old Latasha Harlins walks into a convenience store. And from the moment she walks in, she's racially profiled. The store owner accuses Latasha of stealing $1.79 bottle of orange juice. Latasha says, no, she's not. I'm going to pay for it. The store owner then grabs Latasha, grabs her backpack. And when Latasha tries to walk away, the store owner shoots her in the back of the head, killing her instantly. $1.79 is all Latasha's life was worth. And even worse, the store owner gets 5 years probation, no jail time. That sounds real familiar to the story of Cyrus Belton, a 14-year-old black boy who was accused by a gas station owner in Columbia, South Carolina, of stealing a water bottle. Cyrus didn't steal the water bottle. He ran away, and the gas station owner still shot him in the back. And that murderer was just found not guilty. When you're a black child in America, you better grow up quick, because you don't get to be innocent. Black children don't.
Damn, man. Like, why is that? Why is that? Right? Why is that? Unc even had to tap in real quick. Y'all be like, you can't. Man, Unc even had to tap in real quick. And he had something just like, go tell him, Unc.
Hey, you want to know what's crazy? Had the role been reversed and the Asian was shot and killed, that would have been called an Asian hate crime. Dig that.
Is he lying, though? That's the question. Is he lying, though?
Okay, I don't care what
the other one that I had queued up next. Is he lying, though? Why is that? It would have been a whole whoop. And you know it would have. Would have been a whole whoop-de wham-whams. It would have been they would have had hotlines out. They would have had a special task force. They would have set up a psychologist on the side for mental health at schools. They would have let them get out of school early. Come on now. I'm just saying it was fair is fair, man. Don't nobody see the hypocrisy in that. My man's got a good question, though.
I just want to ask black people, who are we protesting to? Who has our back? No one has your back. It's just us. John Henry Clark told us we have no friends. I'm going to say it again. John Henry Clark told us we have no friends. When we be making these posts online, who are we whining to? Who are we complaining to? Who are we submitting our grievances to? Only people that feel our pain are Foundation Black Americans, melanated people like us. Unfortunately, we have a large group of Africans and Caribbeans who don't feel the same. And some of them are saying it wasn't my people. They delineate themselves. But this is the reality I would tell those Africans and the Caribbeans who try to separate themselves from this. Hey, man, it's real out here. And the same thing can happen to you. Us as Foundation Black America, we've always been resilient. We didn't have anyone to help us when we got the 1964 Civil Rights Bill passed. We didn't have anyone with us when we got the 1968 Fair Housing Bill passed. It's all us. We know how to get dirty. We now know how to put boots on the ground. We know how to start a revolution. But this is the real question in today's time in 2026. How many of y'all are really ready to spill blood? How many of y'all are really ready to die about your kids? Because your kids are your future. Because depending on the system to do right by us, well, we don't get justice, just injustices. At what point do we say, hey, man, I'm not waiting on the court system. I'm not waiting on the justice system. I'm not waiting on the district attorney. I'm not waiting on the judges. I'm not waiting on none of these people. I'm going to render swift justice myself. See, back in the day, when them old white supremacists accused a black person of doing something, they used to walk down there to that jailhouse and say, turn that nigga loose or we coming in to come to get ourselves. Yeah, they used to go down to the jailhouse and say, turn that nigga loose. We're coming in to get them ourselves. This is what we at today. This is a scary reality for some of us because we just don't have the heart. See, I'm going to keep bringing this verse up in the Bible. Revelation 21:8. It tells us, God despises cowards. Cowards die of a second death. If you're not willing to die for something, man, you're wasting your time on this planet Earth. The best thing you can ever do is die for an honorable cause.
That's a deep message, man. Is that what it's coming to, man? Like, man, like y'all just gonna keep pushing people to the limit, man. And then when somebody snap out, why did they do that? Right? This brother also had an interesting perspective about this case and what's going down as well.
About this guy. This guy is bothering me the most about this whole case, to be honest. I think he did it. I think he's the one that shot the shot. I think he's the one that let off the shot because he exited the store in such an aggressive manner to chase after that young man. And then he's bolting at him relentlessly, not stopping. You see how they framed this whole story like, oh, because Cyrus had a gun, now he deserved to be shot. Cyrus had a gun, right? He didn't go in there. He didn't rob the store. He didn't go in there. These men were chasing him. He didn't pull that gun out at any point, turn around, and try to urge them to stop. As he's explaining the story, if somebody died right in front of me, that is one of the most horrific moments in your life. You don't stop and stutter, and you would think that he couldn't speak English.
When y'all left the Shell station, was he trying to get away from you two?
I'm not sure. Now, we don't got to go no more into that, but all of a sudden, he don't know if the kid is running from him. He don't know why the kid is running. And when they couldn't prove that he was stealing, meaning that originally they were going to try to say that he was stealing so that he shot him because he was stealing. Then they no longer had that. Then they had to say that he shot him because he had a gun. But when he left the store, he initially thought that the kid was stealing. They had to prove that if there was an intent to do harm. This man thought that the kid was a thief, and he ran after him thinking that he was a thief so that he can do something to him. And magically, the kid ends up with a bullet in his back. You know what is bothering?
Man, come on now. Like, this is bringing the thinkers out, man. There's questions. You can't, man. You can't have some shit like this happen and people not feel a certain type of way about it. The sister, she has something to say about it too. I'm trying to give everybody's perspective, how they feeling, what's going on out here.
So let me get this straight. It's okay for y'all to categorize all black people and feel like we're all dangerous, but it's not okay for us to feel like all y'all racist. So let me get this straight. It's okay for y'all to categorize all black people and feel like we're all dangerous, but it's not okay for us to feel like all y'all racist. So let me get this straight. It's okay for y'all to categorize all black people and feel like we're all dangerous, but it's not okay for us to feel like all y'all racist.
I just had to play that a couple times. Because it's a funny question. Like, the hypocrisy is real. Like, all of a sudden, every time somebody gets shot, something happened to somebody, we all like that, but then we can't assume that y'all all like that. Come on now. Especially when you go in the comment section and y'all see people literally saying that they glad cuz died. Rick Child's doing God's work. I didn't see, they going off in the comment sections. But this sister, she had an opinion and a side as well. Buzz it down.
Now, another very interesting video has surfaced about Cyrus getting pum outside that store. Mr. Child had cameras all around that store, and the thing that's puzzling me now is when you see the outside footage, when Cyrus walks out that store, he's walking out of the store because I think they made a complaint about his backpack. Backpacks are not allowed in the store because they think you might be stealing something. So he's just leaving out the store, not thinking nothing. He's walking smoothly out the store. What I noticed was by the time he gets across in front of a car, here comes Mr. Chow and his son Andy. What got me in this video is, and I didn't think about it earlier, but what got me in this video was by the time Cyrus saw them come out the door, he took off running. Okay, When you see Andy and his father, Mr. Chow, cut across that car to run behind Cyrus, you see Andy in the lead. Now think about this. This is a 14-year-old child. How could Mr. Chow catch up with a 14-year-old child that has a big lead on him? And I saw in that video footage, Chow was not in the front, but his son Andy was, which leads me to think who really did this. Who unalived Cyrus? Could it might be any chance, maybe any chance that Andy did this? Do you think Andy did this? Because there's no way that Mr. Chow could have caught Cyrus. Cyrus was way ahead. Good lungs on him. No way Chow could have caught Andy. I'm going to say what ain't nobody, well, I don't know. Andy looks like he's pretty suspicious to me right about now. Maybe that's why they was going so hard with this case. He looks kind of nervous on that stand. But ain't no way Mr. Chow could have did that. Because he couldn't have caught him. He couldn't have caught him. He was way ahead. I'm going to say Andy had something to do with this also. And they're going to cover it up because money, you know, money can hide everything. When you got money, you can get away with some stuff. Seen it done plenty of times. But the thing about it is, and I like about court, them cameras don't lie. When cameras show you video footage of situations and things that go on, security camera footage, that's what they for. They don't leave out nothing. And you can get a good glimpse of what's going on. Sometimes you can even see the person's face. I clearly saw Andy, the son of Chow, closer, way closer to Cyrus than Mr. Chow ever could have been. Ain't no way he could have caught him. Ain't no way he could have caught him. I say they need to do another trial, another case. I think they need to file charges against Andy because I think Andy pum Cyrus. That's just my opinion, but look at that video.
Man, so that's two people from different spaces across the world that come up with the same conclusions, and I'm pretty sure that there are more, right? I just wanted to make sure that my viewers and everybody got you know, some perspectives from the community about what's really going down. There's been a lot of foolishness going over here in the comment section, and you know, y'all welcome to it because we got some very intelligent viewers on this channel that's gonna bust it down for me and blah blah blah. I think all y'all should damn near be moderators and all of that. I know you is, Nightfall, and if not, I definitely need to make you one. But I ain't gonna hold you, but I'm emoji fold you and scold you about being on code. And you know I got 4 words for you. Let me go ahead and put it on down for you. I need you to go ahead and subscribe for the vibes. I need you to like for the spike. I need you to comment all your vomit. I don't give what it is. And I need you to go ahead and share if you care about getting Black empowerment everywhere. Please do that on the platforms that we are on, Jones. And just to bring it all the way home, wait a minute. Before I go home, hold on, wait a minute, because y'all need to go to Say It With Your Chest. And the reason why you need to go to Say It With Your Chest, because we got a special joint out. I ain't even gonna say the name. All I gotta do is show it to you. We got a special joint out. You dig what I'm saying? Special joint. You dig? It is what it is. You see what it is. You say what it say. You know. We got a special joint. Where you go get that at? You can go right on over there to sayitwithyourchest.com. That's SAYITWIT YOCHESS. Say it with your moves, say it with your chest. The silent protest. If you ain't scared, if you come on now, get on down. Don't forget about the other jewels that we got for the B1 family. You know, we talking about the people walking around with that FBA fixation. Everybody got their hands in FBA business. Don't forget about that. Hold on, let me go back to some of the other greats that we got from Say It With Your Chest. B1 gear from the family. Don't forget that we also got that we coming to Washington to get our check. We got Cut the Check for Foundational Black Americans. We also got you mad because I'm foundational. Don't forget about them. Don't forget about them. Hold on. Then we got at the standard issue FBA Foundational Black American joint. Don't forget about that. You see, don't forget about the on code tees too. Respect the lineage for the women's and the men's. You dig what I'm saying? And I think earlier in the broadcast we was hearing about Mr. John Henry Clark. We have no friends. Don't forget about them too. We got them too as well. So you know, I forgot about the no anti-black racism. You know, we talking about real t-shirts that you could really, really, really say. And if you black, you definitely are eyegasm. I forgot about that collaboration between me and Clean Vibes. Shout out to Clean Vibes. But yeah, man, go get you some of that B1 gear for the family, fam. We had the sandals and all that. Get your water bottle. Say it proud. You dig what I'm saying? Other than that, I'm not gonna hold you. But I'm a mojifo just told you about being on code, and you know. Love, peace, blessings, and aloha. I'm out to Doha for Shoha. You already know. Yiggity.